What? Yahoo! Welcome, my beautiful brothers and sisters, fellow radiators of love, to Astro Fenixx, flying into the moment yet again and radiating love. Moon in Aquarius for February the 3rd through the 5th of 2019. I'm actually using a new webcam right now, so it's kind of cool. I have my computer right here, so if I happen to look over here this video, just know that I have a new webcam, and so it's like I'm like going to go back and forth between these two things. But in any event, welcome to your Moon in Aquarius transit video. Just letting you all know, I will be going live later on today. I have decided what time I want to go live. It's either going to be like somewhere between the hours of 7 and 9 Eastern Standard Time. And we'll talk about this very powerful new moon in Aquarius that probably is apexing right around this moment. And I put the theme as Synergize, pretty much based off of the fact that I drew the card of synergy. And I want you to just kind of look at this card and kind of just take in the vibration, and just take in the beautiful colors. It just, how does this obviously make you feel? Like, what is the sort of vibe that you get off? It reads, the frequency of synergy supports our allowance and acceptance of not so obvious, never seen before combinations and unions that result in new ways of functioning, working, thinking, relating, loving, and being. It reminds us to embrace the unfamiliar so that new yet exciting co-creations can give birth to a new reality. And I feel like this card is really, really perfect for this new moon in Aquarius. Why? Let's think about Aquarius energy, right? It's the rebel, it's the humanitarian, the alien. So it's definitely an out there energy. It's definitely an energy that's kind of, out of this park, out of this world energy. So it may not necessarily be so obvious. A lot of people are looking for the aliens. They're right here. They really are. And we all have this Aquarian vibe. So with this new moon, it's definitely a new moon of endings, but also a new moon of beginnings. Because what we are doing is that we're ending this old way, this old way of doing things, these old traditions, and we're coming into newness. But there can be some resistance to coming into that newness. Why? Because it's never been done before. It's never been seen before. It's never been said before. So you're going to be getting a lot of different downloads over the next couple of days, if you haven't already, about new projects to take forward, about new ways of looking at things, new ways of thinking about things, new ways at just going about your life. And maybe even some of you may come into a deeper sense of your purpose these next few days with this new moon. At 15 degrees, it does make a semi-sextile actually to Neptune. So there's definitely an opportunity that the universe is going to be providing for us. But with semi-sextiles, it's a minor transit. That means they're 30 degrees apart. This means that we really have to meet the universe halfway. And it's not just going to be the universe, it's not just going to give it to us. We're not just going to get struck with the lightning bolt and suddenly we're enlightened. No, we actually have to meet the universe halfway with this sort of energy. And yes, the sun in Aquarius, the sun doesn't like to be in Aquarius, rather be in Leo. And then, moon in Aquarius is very much so a powerful energy. You're talking about emotionally being tapped into the infinite knowledge of the universe, but then trying to discern where that knowledge belongs is another whole story. So right now, we're getting these really deep downloads via our soul of this great mass of information. I like to think of Aquarius as people that come into the world, and it may seem like the world is the way it is, but it's actually more like a library, a gigantic, massive library where archives that stretch beyond the eyes can see. That's kind of what I feel like this is. And we have been reading a particular book in this library for such a long time. And this book has given us all the wide range of emotions. But now it's time to close this book and open up a new one. That's really what's happening. And when we open up this new book, there are going to be new characters, new storylines, new plot lines, new challenges to overcome, new victories. And yes, it's not saying that the old book is going to be completely done away with, but it's almost in many ways like going from one series to another series. And maybe it's within the same world, but it's like we're literally jumping into a new ship. We're jumping into a new story. We're jumping into a new timeline. So this is going to be a moment where we really do have to come into this synergistic vibration where we take all of the information and knowledge that we've had up until this point and we allow it to complement the newness that we're coming into, to complement this these new experiences, the not so obvious, the more etheric, the more, it's like not necessarily gonna be right in your face, but oh boy, is it gonna be so fucking powerful. So definitely utilize these next few days to embrace the new as it comes in, embrace these waves, the waves that the water bearer is providing us right now, and realize that these waves are going to give your soul a deeper sustenance that the old book and the old story just is not giving your soul anymore. It's just not cutting it. So it's time for a change. It's time to move forward. And it's time to take, like I said, what we've learned up until this point, synergize it with what's coming to us in the present moment so we may create a beautiful, a more prosperous future for all of humanity and all of humankind. And when I say human, I mean the E. So that includes the plants, the animals, the minerals, the rocks, whatever have you. That is it for your reading. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. And if you would like a personal reading with me, beloved, you can follow the link in the description below to astrofenixx.com. I almost said Aquarian Adepts, but I guess technically I did. In any event, like I said, join me later on this evening. I will be going live sometime between the hours of 7 and 9. I haven't quite figured it out yet, but we will be talking more in depth about this new moon in Aquarius, and we'll be talking more in depth about this Chinese New Year, which is very, very important. It's actually going to be highlighting some coming transits in the next year. So really excited to be sharing that information with you. But in any event, my beautiful brothers and sisters, always remember to keep moving forward, to stay focused, and Yahoo! Smile.